It's a proof of the Archimedes principle.
Not at the bottom of the boat, but rather on deck. And you wouldn't like to have it on the outside because you might go through areas where pirates are operating. You wouldn't like to give them with some explosive on the outside. So you would like to have the flammable stuff on the inside. And then, of course, you would like to have the stuff readily available that has to go out in the next harbor.
You know what's the biggest difference?
I couldn't believe it, but until 2 years ago, these loading plants were done
so you
manually.
Got, like I thought you said mozzarella.
That was the price for the Queen Mary 2. Or the yacht of Roman Abramovich Eclipse that was built here 5 years ago. There is rumors that the yacht had platinum faucets and probably golden rescue boats. Well, it was for sure that she had underneath the waterline she had an exit for a little submarine so that Abramovich could leave the yacht, maybe in London or in Cannes or wherever these people go without being seen by paparazzi, 2 helicopter landing decks. Well, the stuff that you need if you're a billionaire. So you see here in the front the coat of arms that represents the state. Here in front of us, this is a quite interesting boat as well. The Atlantic Sun is the 6th of this category of boats. The ACL, which is the Atlantic Circle Line, and the Grimaldi Lines, which is located in Italy. They had 6 of these vessels built in China. They probably gave them a pretty good price. It was a real bargain. And these vessels can carry about 4,000 cars under deck and about 6,000 containers on deck. They are 325 meters long. Now the problem was that the Chinese were still kind of experimenting. And so now they found out that these vessels are behaving quite badly if they are in bad weather. So one after the other, they are brought in now here to Blum and Voss, and they have to work on the entire boat skeleton. The entire steel skeleton is here now strengthened. So this is now the 5th vessel that is here, and she will stay here for about 2 months, 2 or 3 months. The dock here to the from your side to the right is quite interesting as well. That's dock 16. And it is the oldest swim dock here in Hamburg. It was built in 1910, and that was the last dock that was not welted but nailed. It was built the same way as the Titanic. Glowing hot nails were pulled, hit into the steel. You see here down, you can see it quite nicely here at the lower parts. You see the single nail heads. And that is quite spectacular. While the Titanic was built the same way in Belfast, and that was the reason for her going down as well, because these nails broke when she hit an iceberg in the North Atlantic. The Titanic sunk in April of 1912, and that was when this dock here was finished 2 years before that. 6 weeks later, the largest vessel of the year 1912 left dock here in Hamburg. It was called the Imperator. The Imperator was the first. Hours, weekly early to usually both are a little tired. It doesn't really matter. Sometimes people shout at you, at least when you get a dog fish thrown at your forehead, it's usually when you wake up. Behind us you see these buildings where the lower part is brick and the upper part is glass. In the former times, these were hops and malt storages. The hops and malts has been very important in the history of Hamburg, because Hamburg was the brewing house of Europe during the Hanse time. We had more than 520 breweries. If you happen to be a nun here in Hamburg, in a convent, you have the right to 30 liters of beer per person per week. By the way, the Hammer never sleeps, at least. Look at that. You're taking photographs of him, and he's taking photographs of you. There are 2 days in the year when the Hammer sleeps, and that is on Christmas Eve and on New Year's Eve. To the right, you see the Europe. The Europe is the only cruise vessel, and her sister, the Europe 2. These are the 2 only cruise vessels in the world that have 5 stars. There are no single cabins, but they have only suites, and every restaurant has at least the niveau of a Michelin star of restaurant. So that's the Church of St. Pauli and the docks for the harbour ferries. Harbour ferries are public transport in the 20th floor, so if you don't know yet what to go after this trip, it is really worthwhile to go up there. You go about 90 meters back the river, and that is a wonderful spot to see the lights coming up in the harbour. The brick building below it, and this is the most modern high security laboratory in the world. Next to it is the Weather Information Center. There is the Hydrographic Institute and the Hotel Harbour Hamburg. Now here to the right you can see the Europe from the back. And now so all the big vessels are usually running under the harbours of the Bahamas, or maybe Limassol, or maybe Liberia. This is not as it was in the former times, so that you could escape any security regulations, but it has to do with taxes. Then it has of course to do with the money that you pay for the crew, because of course you would like to rather pay people the wages that are paid in Liberia rather than in gift.